Welcome. Our next performer is Catherine Stewart. Thank you.
She searched after herself along side tracks in the usual places now that the shortest day of the year was over. She'd left off searching in the dank, fell dark. Moments after midnight, she must have slept or instructed herself to sleep. She resolved to resume her search at first or second light. He's writing in an insulated room about the street cries that once reached his window. He's picturing the wares of ironmongers, the gleam of cockle shells, catches laid open in barrels and spilling baskets, the taste of salt sea air. He's picturing the taste of salt sea air. She dreams she's in pursuit of herself. She's in a city she'd visited before. She'll take the wide pedestrian verge leading across a river's slate-banked water. Prevented from saying for certain when she's come to the bridge, come to a certain pass, she stops, looks down. A waterline's untrodden. She dreams she's crossed the bridge and entered a circular corridor. Outside, the lawn is green. A dance pose is sculpted in bronze. She supposes she's searching in all the usual places while she dreams of a dance step somewhere on her mind. He's writing in an insulated room. The colour of blue, he remembers. Is it gentian? Must it be called gentian if blue as the blue he recalls? And arabesque. Is there an arabesque he can ascribe? He frets at reclusive lines, obliging himself to articulate time and again. Scenery, scenes are all gone. In the room where he writes, it's quiet. He attends to detail, attends to travail. She's woken on a day that promises to be longer at least than the chill, bright day before. She isn't willing to let herself off lightly, though she's slept past daybreak, as usually she did. The search she's resolved upon can't be deferred, not after it crosses her mind. She fastens the laces of soft leather shoes, ties them with a slip knot over her instep. She doesn't look twice, goes to the door. The door's in its usual place. He's writing in an insulated room, writing at an arabesque's remove. He's switching tapered scenes blent with nightfall. Will he let himself sleep while a nuance cries for attention? He's missing the gist of an unfinished cadenza. He can't describe the music accurately in a single term. It's years since he's heard it sung. Rare as a lithograph, he conjures up the soloist's tone. He misses the gist of its likeness to a black, unscented orchid, a black bouquet. She cannot see herself seeing her way clear through the maze of lines imprinted on a page. The page is not as simple as the page of a children's colouring book. She can't see where the maze should begin or end. She cannot pencil her inroads through trial and error. Neither can she easily retrace false starts. She's walking in soft-soled shoes through familiar streets. Timed to her step, she hears the sound of a footfall, paced equally. It isn't her own. Her step is soundless, but the noise of a tread at her heel or a pace of her is timed the same and fails to alter. "Fool," says his muse to him. She sits cross-legged on the bedside. A curtain floats gauzily behind her, taunting the windowsill. Her kimono is unsashed, and silken birds are caught in flight at her breastbone, at her waist. He turns the soundtrack down. Searching for something that couldn't possibly have vanished, when she looks towards a mirror, she's unconvinced that she's altogether present in her reflection. He dismisses his muse. He's stalking the heart in a forest. The dominion of ancient trees is a hiding place. The heart is unawares. He listens for the flared note of a bugle sounded to mourn his chase. She's located a box of letters, studies the envelopes. They are addressed to her, but reveal that an old address has changed. By now, it's late. Had she ever felt like dying dangerously when she looked up at a firmament, wintry and nebulous? The question was to little or no avail. Perhaps she'd merely looked up from a page of reading, read on terms more dangerous than she'd imagined. To turn the page will probably not imperil her safety. Is she disappointed that she will not cut a more romantic figure whilst she turns it? He's tired. He acknowledges that. To the making of many books there is no end. Lapsed into reverie, he asks himself, did my muse make a fool out of me? She's tempted to decide it isn't too early to call off her search. She wonders now on what grounds she'd rather change places with herself if she found she could. He's at work on another page. She's tasting the salt sea air that he's depicted. If she reads a pirouette into his words, she tries not to confuse herself with either his mistress or his muse. Is the height of a summer discernible? He delays. They are continents apart. Time interposes meridians, leafy barriers of mazes. The search for herself is sidetracked, minute by minute, in the usual places.